sure everybody here who's ever filled out a job application has seen two questions on the form. One, are you a citizen of the United States? Two, are you eligible to work in the United States? Not too long ago when I renewed my driver's license, I was not able to use the birth certificate I've been using since I got my driver's license when I was 16. I had to spend 15 bucks and an hour and a half at the Department of Health to get another copy of my birth certificate that had the exact same information. Now I said all that to say this: I've read documents that federal judges have dismissed no less than 7 lawsuits against Obama demanding he produced a valid birth certificate. As long as we're signing petitions, we need to sign another petition demanding that he produce one. This is Missouri. This is the show me state. Show me the birth certificate. I want to know that the President is sending my fellow Marines, the United States Army, the Navy, the Coast Guard, the Air Force, and everybody in harm's way is qualified under our Constitution to be Commander-in-Chief and to send them into harm's way. I want an answer. Number 5.
I'm from Sullivan. We're with the 9/12 group, which I guess you remember. 9/12 came after 9/11. And 9/11 was a great disaster that happened to our country. Well, I don't know if you've noticed it, but we've had a real quiet revolution, a coup that has taken over our country, and we've got another disaster facing us. And for us to unite and know that what our values are, we unite under 912.org. Join. You know, this is to bring us back to the time when we came back together after 9/11. We've got common values here. We'll push our agenda out there. We'll unite behind our conservative leadership to get them back in and get this bunch, these rats, out of Congress and out of Washington. Thank you.
I'm also from Sullivan, and honestly, I can't believe I'm up here speaking. I'm a teacher, and I really believe that the only way to get the word out is to educate our people. Yes. I have lots and lots of friends who do not understand what cap and trade means. They don't understand what these things are going to do to our kids. And I just want to ask you, I know you're here today, so you're the people who are already out there doing things, and we've talked about action. That is what it's going to take. And I want you to consider doing a couple things. Put the numbers of our senators and our representatives in your cell phone. Call them every day, every time you want to voice your opinion and get that word out. I also encourage you to join the 912 Coalition. I think we need to unify. I see us as fragmented, and the only way to get us together is to unify and make our voices heard. Also, I want you to consider, and I know that I'm talking about something very, very where we could get our heads chopped off, but we pay the people who represent us through our taxes. And the only way to make a difference, and you know, they say that they see us and they hear us, but that's really going to make a difference. If we do not pay them, they cannot pay that stimulus bill. They cannot pay all the things that they're doing. And I know that's a big sacrifice to ask, because that's saying we're going to be put in jail and face all the things that could be faced. But I want you to consider it and consider the ramifications. And finally, I got a letter from Glenn Beck today, and I just want to read a piece of that. It says, if you ever feel like your lone voice can never be heard, that the political system isn't set up for regular Americans to change the course of history, remember, the signers were flesh and blood, mortal men with a divinely inspired aim. 24 were lawyers and jurists, 11 were merchants, and 9 were farmers and large plantation owners. They were well educated, smart enough to know that by signing the Declaration of Independence, they were signing their own death warrants. They did it anyway, and God bless them for it. As we enjoy our liberty today on this 4th of July and any day of the month, we must never take that liberty for granted. Too many have given too much. In the words of their signers themselves, For the support of this declaration, with firm reliance on the protection with divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. I think that's the price paid, worth a few minutes of reflection, don't you? But let's not be solemn in that reflection. Rejoice and share information with your friends and your family, especially your kids. And remember what they gave to us, and be willing to give for them.
Okay. Before I turn the microphone over again, I just want to let you know that the band's almost ready. So when they're ready, we're going to end the open mic. So we probably only have time for 1 or 2 more, depending on how 10 minutes. Okay, so we probably have time for about 3 or 4 more. So just to let you know if you were waiting for the microphone. Okay.
Here's the birth certificate.
Good afternoon. I won't take very much of your time. I know this has been a long day. I just want to ask you to do one thing. Every senator, every representative that you vote for, send them a tea bag. Let them get the message that you're serious about what you're doing. I'm a veteran. My wife's a veteran. Both our fathers were veterans. My grandfather was a veteran. They knew one thing. Freedom isn't free. You've got to be willing to do something. How many of you would be willing to march to Washington with a list of demands and get this job done before it's too late? Got to see a show of hands. How many are willing to go to Washington with a list of demands? Great. Sit down tonight at home. Get a piece of paper and pencil. Write down the things that you know are right. Share them with your friends and plan sometime in the future to get groups like this, Tea Party people, 9, 12 people together, and go. Because if you don't, it's going to be nasty. It's going to be very, very nasty when the average person wakes up and tyranny is marching down the street in a uniform. We don't need to see that here. We want to take care of our children, our wives, our loved ones. Stand up, make your demands known. And I know we have good senators and good representatives. There are good people there. But realize one thing. They haven't changed it yet. They're the ones that made it the way it is, and they're not likely to change it on their own. So if you're counting on the Democrats and Republicans to make this thing right, you better wake up and smell the coffee. Get yourself together and be willing to do something. Express your opinions. Make a list of demands and get the job done. Thank you very much.
Do we have anyone else? We had to wait for the photographer. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you. My name is Rich Schnetler. I'm just a common guy, just like the rest of us here. I'm just the second Tea Party I've been to, and I'm just excited to be here. I just wanted to say a short story for you. I have a different perspective, and my wife, we volunteer at a food pantry at Valley Park called Circle of Concern. And the story I wanted to share with you is that, I got elected to the board of directors, and I thought it was a great honor. And I don't want to be a yes man, but what happened after we went to the Tea Party to collect food from all you generous people, we collected about 3,000 to 4,000 pounds of food and $600 in cash. And, in this economy, we need all the help we get. Our demand is way up there. So we were really grateful, and I knew that I wasn't there as representing an interest or anything like that. I was there to help people, and that's what you guys were all here about, and you guys got that, and that's what frustrates me. So anyway, we had a meeting about this, and whether or not Circle should be involved in future events like this, and tragically, we were overwhelmingly voted out, saying no more Tea Parties. So we're not here representing Circle today because of that, and it's just they don't get it, and they have other little political undercurrents. And what my message, I guess, is, to stand up and stand true to it. I may be outnumbered, and I was a little bit frustrated. Even at a point, I thought maybe I should quit, but I want to give up. That's too easy. So I just want to thank all you guys for supporting this effort, and each one of you makes a difference. I have to believe that. And I know you do too. Thank you very much.
Thank you.